Tackling secret cult groups in secondary schools is the topic for today's consideration.
Some people might not go to school and they might make it in life.
Yeah.
But once you have negative attitude, negative thoughts, there is no way you can think positively. So there is no way you can make any positive impacts. So everything you'll be doing will be negative. In fact, what will be following you will be negative.
Your father smoked, you both smoke everything. Say, no, I will not do that. That is not right. Please, that's what we're saying. Do not just key into this mistake that some of the elderly ones have already made. You call yourself Gen Z. So if you're Gen Z, don't go to those areas. Bring us something new, not deepening into immorality in the name of Gen Z. Welcome back. We're still discussing tackling secret cult groups in secondary schools. This takes me to the last question. It says, obviously, there are negative effects of cultism and consequences in our society. Mention some of them, please.
One is the kind of life we'll be living. Those that goes into cult. It's
useless
not,
life.
Yes,
useless.
It's a useless life. And it is not just that, it ends that way. You will also be influencing the environment where you are. Because you go into cultism not for good intention, it's for negative intention. Some, they will become, the killer. I can't remember the name they call them. They are the one that will be killing. And they'll be killing innocent people, turning some families into money. Killing, stealing, destroying,
maiming people.
Those are the effects of going into the person is already damaged, and he goes about damaging everything around him, the people, the environment. So those are the effects. And those people, if they manage to live long enough, they will also give back to children that will also turn into that. It takes God for children that comes from that kind of human beings not to take after them. So they will give back to children that will also become nemesis,
become terror in the society,
to the society,
terrorizing everywhere.
So these are some of the effects of consequences of going into cultism. People, you are into cult, you want your friends and all those things that you have before you go into cultism, one way or the other, you bring them in. Those 1 or 2 other friends they have, they bring them in. At the end of the day, evil is expanding. And as evil is expanding, what's happening? The good is reducing. And the environment, the society is, getting worse. Because some people decided to go negative. And negative will start multiplying. Look at all what is happening in the environment today now. All the politicians and all those things. Corruption, and you ask yourself, it is, it started gradually. Now it has, engulfed the whole country.
Yes, we are being overwhelmed now with the whole thing.
And
nobody want to talk. Nobody want to say anything.
It's not so serious. The same way this cultism and all those things started.
Gradually,
it's a gradual process.
Yes.
Now it is now an serious endemic problem in the society. Today, we are here, letting the young ones know that it is not good to go the way of negative life. And the earlier you retrace your step, and for those that are not yet there, if you are hearing what we are saying now, please make sure that you safeguard yourself. It is not a good way of living. It will only end you in destruction. Don't go down the way of destruction. Safeguard your life, safeguard your society, safeguard your family, so that the damage will be curtailed.
So thank you so much, sir, for your contribution. One thing that the young people also need to know about this cult, that's why it's called secret cult. Because they know what they are doing is wrong. That's why they don't do it openly for people to see. So don't allow yourself to be deceived. Somebody comes, oh, escort me to somewhere by 12 p.m. at 12. What will we be going outside by 12 p.m.? I mean 12 in the midnight. What will we be doing outside? You should know that they want to initiate you. So be wise and refuse such a such invitation. Please, let's help ourselves. And like we said, our slogan here is say and do it. Not just learn this and keep it to yourself alone. Tell people around your area that this thing you're going this is not right. As we said before, you need to, if you see the right and don't do it, it's lack of courage. Be courageous to tell your colleagues around, that are involved in this, so but this thing is not helping. But be wise to put it, but don't condemn them. Let them see the dangers in it. And I think they will be able to, that's the only way we can bring them out. So don't learn here and keep it to yourself alone. Just let people also benefit from what you're learning here. Having said this, we'll go straight to question and answer session, Q&A. Vivid view.
Say and do it.
What gives birth to relationship first is love.
Somebody lost his wife, not his first wife. The next question is, why did his first wife die and the second wife die? We have no emotional balance, no emotional control.
Ladies will say, I don't like this man. Why don't you like him? He doesn't beat me. Because my father used to beat my mother.
In Nigeria, we have about 2.2 million people living with disabilities.
Wonderful.
We have the adults who are going through so much stress today, and they can't even have their head up in the society.
You that is bad, you are hitting your wife all the time. Stop beating. Don't turn your wife to punching bag.
Join us every Sunday on Vivid View with Eilis.
You see me, they wear native. It is a planner. It's in a fashion. Anywhere they do their enter, chop rice.
I know go give up till you go better for me.
Mr. Champion, I have two questions. One, what role can religious body play in curbing cultism generally? Secondly, what disciplinary measures can the government do to secondary schools that have cultism in operation, especially when the owner of those schools are involved?
My name is Grace Williams. My question is, how do parents inculcate moral values into their children at a young age that will make them say no to cultism when facing peer influence? Then the second question is, for secondary school students who are already into cultism, how are they rehabilitated so they can be corrected since they are still young?
I'm Mr. Toby. What must we do as parents in order for our children not to join cultism? Because charity begins at home.
Welcome back. A lot of questions from the audience. So please, I hand them to you for your response.
Question number one was asked that what roles can religious body play to curb cultism in our society? Religious body really have a lot of roles to play, and it has to do with the preaching.
Both Muslim and Christian. Yes.
What messages are they passing across? Because especially among the Christians now, you will see most of the messages you'll be hearing from the pulpit is about how to make it, how your God is not a poor God. Everything is all about prosperity, prosperity, and prosperity. There's nothing wrong about it, but you see, it's not just about prosperity alone. We are in this life to serve God.
The young ones are misunderstanding it. That's the main thing.
And
so that's it.
You see, the way they are going about that prosperity message has now become, that's why, you will see now that in the society, what everybody wants is to just eat it. Everybody just want to blow. Not minding that, blow is you work and let whatever you have worked for feed you. But blow that people are now looking of is just to have money. Forgetting that money is just a paper. It's just a medium of exchange. If you have that paper that is not being backed by what you have produced, you are just creating problem to the society.
To fly away. It has wings to fly. Money has wings to fly.
So you see, the religious body needs to now start educating and instill values, not just about prosperity in their members, both as Christian and as Muslim. Let the messages that be coming out, from the afar, from the pastor, should be messages that be inculcating values. And I also noticed that what some people are always doing is to be damaging the people that are holding political position. And believe me sincerely, that is also creating problem in the environment. Because if the children are seeing that everybody around them are bad, so why should they be good? So if they see everybody is embezzling money, everybody is misbehaving, so why should they not misbehave? So these people too, they need to mellow down on all those messages. Things that they are saying that has no backing. They've not done any research or whatever, because they just speak that and they start, making it as if it's facts. And, poisoning, because these young ones are young, it is what they pick and the interpretation they are giving it. So once they pick it and they are giving it wrong interpretation, it goes ahead to destroy the society the more. So they should mellow down on all these, they think, and by the time they are preaching those messages, everybody will be hailing them, but forgetting that the younger ones are hearing and they are not passing any good message across to them. So they need to be very, very careful in the kind of messages they are dishing out, because younger ones are there listening. Number 2, we are talking about measures that government can put in place for schools, especially, that there are some schools that the proprietor or even management people in the schools are also into cultism. You see, the law is clear on that. And you will see that, examples that has happened in the past. Once anything of cultism or whatever happens in school, the first thing that will first happen to that school is they will first close it down. And after the police have done their investigation and find anybody culpable, they will face the music. And if it is the proprietor of the school, they will lock down the school completely. So you see, that one is already in place. It is now whether our police are doing their job or not. Because if they don't do the proper investigation, or if they did the investigation, they found out the truth and cover it up, then that would be a problem. But if they actually find that there is punishment for things like that. Question number 3 says, how do parents inculcate moral values? You see, you don't give what you don't have. So it's not about inculcating moral values when you yourself are not, you don't have the moral. So the best thing is you first work on yourself as a parent to ensure that what you are exhuming, what you are, what people are seeing around you is good virtue. Because if you don't have that virtue, there is no, I said it, children do not listen to what you say. They pick what you do. So if you are not dishing out good virtue, you cannot expect your children to pick good virtue.
That's true.
Except God wants to have mercy on you. So if a parents work on themselves and they are exhuming good virtue, automatically the children will pick it. So that is the sure way for the children. And everybody should know that the age 0 to 6 is very, very important. If everybody understand that age 0 to 6 is important, then they will ensure that during that period, what they will expose the children to, they will be careful about what they are exposing the children to. So everybody needs to know that age 0 to 6 is very, very important in the life of children. So ensure that during that period, what you are exposing your child to, it's good virtues. Once they pick it, it will become part of them for life. Amen. The next question is how to save those in cult, those that are already in cult. How can we save them? How can they be rehabilitated? You see, to rehabilitate somebody that has gone the way of negative is to first, let him understand that what he's doing is wrong. Because until they believe that what they are doing is wrong, then the rehabilitation process have not started. Yeah. But once they realize that what they are doing is wrong, then the healing has started. Yeah. Then they will be ready, to accept what they need to do, to take them out of what they are doing. So what we need to do is part of what you are doing, and that is to send the message across so that those that are hearing it will know that this way of life is wrong.
Absolutely wrong.
So if you know it is wrong, then the next thing is accept that it is wrong, then you will start asking yourself, how can I get out? For help. So we need to continue passing that message across over and over and over until it enters into their subconsciousness that what they are doing is wrong. Once they can accept that, then the healing process will start. And anybody that is in cultism that wants to get out, we should give those people the opportunity, all the support they need to come out of that evil ways. We need to give them that support. Now the last question says, what to do as parents, not for children to join cultism. That is, how as a parent you can save your children from joining cultism. Communication is the important factor here. Communication is the important factor. If as a father you constantly discuss with your child, if as a mother you constantly discuss with your child, you will know when anything is about to go wrong and you'll be able to correct it in time. So communication is the main factor, and these days that is what is really, really missing in our society.
But the parents won't even be at home.
The father,
they are here,
they think that they are just busy running after money. Meanwhile, when you get the money, you've lost the children.
So bad.
So we need to be discussing, no matter how tired you are, when you get back home, as a father, as a mother, always ask your children one after the other. In fact, some family, they don't even eat together. So if there is a time, maybe dinner or breakfast, where the whole family can sit down on the dining table and, eat together, that can be an opportunity for them, to start discussing. In the process of eating or after eating, how was your day? How was class today? What assignment do you have? Just start asking question. From there, if you are looking, if you are a parent, you will see the mood that your child is displaying. And from there, you'll be able to know whether something is wrong or not. And once you know that something is wrong, you make sure that you don't just what's happening to this child. You make sure that you get to the bottom. If the child refuses to talk, if it means you going to the school, all the friends, find out what is happening, what has my son or my daughter has been doing lately. I can see some things happening to that is strange. Yes. So it is when you ask those questions, when you probe further, you'll be able to get to the bottom and you'll be able to correct whatever the problem is. Otherwise, before you know it, the child is lost.
Too late. So whether the child is being bullied in school or those in court are disturbing him to join them, you'll be able to find out.
You'll be able to find out
but if you are careless as a parent, you don't even care whether they are there or not. Before you come, they have already gone to bed. Before they wake up in the morning, you've gone to work and all that. And continue even Saturday and Sunday. You're supposed also to use the opportunity to breach in this gap. You are in one party or the other. I mean, what else do you want? Most of them, you now leave them in the hands of the nanny. Nanny will not even know you left from right. Now it's really very funny. So parents will really have to struggle to ensure that we save our children. Yes, I'm not canceling nanny I have in my house, but struggle and ensure that you save your children by giving them that time they want. And mothers, particularly, come close. Mothers are meant to be closer to their children. If your husband didn't have this time, please create time as a mother to come close to your children. One by one, he said, not getting them together. They will give you chorus answer. It's not the same. Try and to separate Ife from Joe, Joe from John. Yes, separate them, and because they have different beliefs, they have different understanding. Even though you gave birth to all of them, they don't behave all the same way. So you have to. It's important that we parents do this to give our children a better life, because when they go out of the way, it's you, the parent, also feel it when you're growing old. You cannot remain a young man, fit and strong till then. It's just for a while. You grow old. Oh, I now start biting your finger. Oh, what I did to my parents, what my children are doing to me now. Oh, what I did. No. They will not even care for you as well, because you didn't care for them. Maybe before introduction of old home, now you not think of going to old home. So please let us help ourselves in this. Please, your parting words to them.
So my parting words today is that we individually have responsibility, to shoulder, to take, to make our society a better place for all of us. We all have responsibilities. If it is, you see somebody going the wrong way and you correct that person or pass the information to the appropriate authority, will make things, far better than the way it is. And God, will definitely take care of us. Amen.
Thank you so much. They say a word is enough for the wise. This is not the first time we're talking about cultism from this platform, but because we saw that the thing is increasing instead of decreasing, that's why we say we'll keep on talking, we will not relent. Those of you are hearing us, please work with it. It's for your own good. Work with it, because if not for any other thing, you are answerable to God that made you as your creator. If not for any other thing, even as a father or mother, or the children who are already going up, you are answerable to God that made us, if no other thing. So please live a good life, and the society, environment where we find ourselves will be conducive for all of us to dwell in. And that's also the mind of God for creating us. Okay, so that's my own take. Thank you so much, Doctor, for being with us. And the production crew, the executive producer, the audience here, and those outside watching us. May God bless all of you. Of course, our sponsors, God will continue to promote and increase your businesses so that you be there for us also. Having said this, I want to invite artist Olis Boy to sign out this program. Until I come your way again next week. I am a Hillis. Bye. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Must to be for me, mama me must to gain for me. It must to be for me, my mommy must to stay with me. Every day by day I dey pray I no play. Every day by day I dey pray I no play. Every day by day I dey pray I no play. Yeah, I no play. No. Back days then many people make me tears. I'm a broke nigga, I got nothing to spend. I'm a hustler, I just wanna be the best. I wanna pull up my seat while driving on my best. I'm a race one, I just wanna be the fair. Yeah, I just wanna be the best. Oh. Every hustler wants to get paid. I got many twists in my shit. It's so real, my fellow die look. Baba look. Baba look. Baba look. Baba do ram yo. Let's say me can't hustle, share when you fair call. No benny no one come me to my fair call. I got too many places to my fair lord. They want to tie my shoes, so I buckle up. I don't rise up, I don't want fall. I got this something, I don't keep up. If you don't see me for the idea, I dey TikTok. Let's see where for go to rise up. Every hustler must get paid. I got many things to my shit. It's so real, my fellow die look. Baba look. Baba look. Oh, Baba look. Baba do ram yo. Baba do ram yo. Baba do ram yo. Baba hear me now, Baba hear me now. I won't go faster. I want get the money, I don't want to see sapa. Then say me and them know they for the same category. Oh, to me, Lord, no me say you go use my own glory. Oh, I come you. Now only you know my story. All my struggle in my house, I make it sure. I won't get the money for my life, me I won't blow. So that's how it goes.